Yeah, welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions. We've got a great guest tonight. Paul Davis, aka Drone Bum, is going to be with us shortly, just waiting for him to get going. And while we're doing that, I will wait for the usual crowd to come and join us in the chat. So, how's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good. Uh, had a great New Year's. Been taking this time off to play around with the RoboMaster that I won at Spin Up, and that's where I finally got to meet Paul in person. And boy, this is a neat little gadget. Right now, I'm in the process of uploading the video to my YouTube channel, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. It's a little shorter than the last video that I put up the other day. It's slightly over 15 minutes long. I think you'll enjoy it. Brandon Rain, welcome to the show. Mike Roach Studios, welcome. Jay Santiago, welcome to the show. So far, I've had a pretty good New Year so far. Steve Mack, welcome. I've been just kind of playing around with the RoboMaster. Got another video that's uploading right now. And, I took it out to a field where I do a lot of fishing at. And there's a small prairie dog town there. And I wanted to see how well it would do on a different surface, like gravel and uh, sand and a little bit of mud. It was a little bit sticky out there. I hope you guys can hear me okay. What I'll do is I'll move the microphone a little closer. Yeah, we're welcome, waiting for my guest, Paul Davis, aka the Drone Bum, or Drone Bum as he's known. And we'll get him on and we will have the show here. So we've got a good crowd showing up here. I am going to check my status on my. I am almost uploaded. I'm at 87%. So shortly here, we will have that video uploaded. And it's a fun little gadget. Uh, the only thing is it sometimes rocks and sticks will bog it down. It will you know high center the RoboMaster, and then it'll just sit there spinning its wheels. But it was a lot of fun. Hey, Mitch, old guy on a drone, welcome to the show. I'm just waiting for Paul Davis to show up, and he will be with us shortly. So, yeah, there was a prairie dog out there, and unfortunately, it got stuck part way out there, and I had to go out there and kind of orient it so it would move again. But I've got a photo on Facebook of the RoboMaster with mud all over the wheels and on the undercarriage. So that's going to be quite a thing to clean up tomorrow. But luckily, I have a vacuum cleaner that has a wand section. I could just kind of uh, take a little knife and chip off all the the dried on mud, and I could clean it all up and uh, get it ready for the next day. But yeah, it handled it real well, and I was able to get it out on the sidewalk that was out there and turn around, bring it back, and yeah, I was pleasantly surprised how well it operated out there. It just that when the ground is soft, that bogs it down too. But the neat thing about the wheels that are on it kind of gives it a little bit of tread so it could uh, move forward. But I would like to take it back there later in the spring when it's a lot drier out there and sort of go chase the prairie dogs out there. Uh, Maybe tomorrow I might take it to a nearby park where I know there's going to be a lot of geese, and we'll see how the geese react to it. So that'll be interesting. So I'm going to go check Facebook real quick. Uh, just waiting for Paul to come on in. He should be here shortly. So how is everybody else's New Year's? Steve and Jay and Brandon and Mitch. How was your New Year's out there? Did you guys have a good New Year's? Did you go anywhere? I stayed home. I am getting to be an old curmudgeon, and I just stayed home. Hey, I just heard the little ding, and it sounds like my video just finished. So I'm going to go, cool. So momentarily, that video should show up on my channel, and we'll watch all the uh, all the new views on there. The one that I just did the other day, that got quite a few views on it. So I'm kind of happy to see a lot of people coming in, watching the video, making comments. A lot of them are pretty, yeah, Steve said put a fishing line on it if you get stuck. Well, yeah, that would be a good idea. I might try that. Get a little fishing line out there, and but the problem is the fishing line might get tangled up in the wheels, and then you would have a real mess. But I am finally getting the hang of operating the RoboMaster. Uh, but my birthday is coming up, and I got one of these for Christmas. And my birthday is in a couple weeks, and I get more of those. And what I want to do is I want to get the hand control for the RoboMaster, make it a little easier to control it because it'll have joysticks rather than trying to do it on the cell phone. You know, that's Brandon says he sort of had a spark since June of 19 and started making. Oh, cool, wonderful. Well, keep on going, man. Keep on working and save up money, and you ought to go get the Mavic Mini, and that would be a step up for you. Uh, it gets really good video from what I'm hearing. It's small, it's compact, and it's affordable. So with the I guess the Fly More package, it's $500, and that's not bad. And it looks like Paul is here, and let's bring him on.
Well,
Welcome,
yes,
welcome, Paul. And he's lazy bum today.
I'm always a lazy bum, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Welcome to the show. And so, where are you located at?
I'm in New York on Long Island.
Long Island?
Long Island, yes. If you're from Long Island, you have to say Long Island.
Yep. I have some comedian friends here in Denver that are from Long Island, and that's how they pronounce it.
Yeah, yeah. It's a Long Island thing, I guess.
Yeah. So you know you're from the right part of the island when you're near the Hamptons, where the
Uh,
hoity-toity live.
yeah, yeah. I'm about an hour to 2 hours, depending where in the Hamptons you go. But the closest Hamptons is about an hour away from me.
Okay.
So,
Well, I
but
understand that Bill O'Reilly is from Long Island, and sadly, so is Rosie O'Donnell.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So a lot of celebs are from Long Island,
Yep.
man. It's right the next town over. I forgot her name already. She just got in a bunch of trouble a
Oh,
couple of years
okay.
back. I don't know, some singer. I forgot who it
Some
was. She
singer.
lived the next town over.
Okay.
It'll
Uh,
come to me.
yeah, the neat thing about Long Island is when you get further east, you're in the furthest east of New York, the
Yes,
state.
indeed.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
We're like tail end on the right side of New York there.
Yeah, you're about halfway up to Connecticut,
yeah. If you took they have ferries that go from Long Island to Connecticut. It's a quick ferry ride.
right?
It's actually not much quicker than driving. We can actually drive there just as quickly, or sometimes faster.
Hmm. Yeah,
Every now and
I have
then.
ancestors that are from Stamford.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Drove through there. That's
Actually,
far.
they were founders of the city.
Really?
Yep. Hmm.
That's quite a history.
Hmm.
You have old ancestors.
Yep. That's right. My ancestors go as far back. Well, Stamford was founded in 1740, and they were one of the they were the first people to live there, and they founded the town of Stamford, and all of the, the different families there. They're all related to each other.
That that could be a bad thing.
Well, I mean, if you got a larger group of
I'm,
people,
I'm,
then you're
I'm just
not.
kidding.
It's not like the royals in Europe. Have those
Yeah, I was just
long.
joking around about one another.
So, Paul, what got you into drones, and how long have you been flying?
It's funny you should say that. Um, I just made a video of my very first flight back in I think 2017, August of 2017. Not too long, a couple of years.
Yeah.
Um, what got me into it? I don't know. I probably saw an advertisement for a toy drone. Air Hogs was
Right.
my first drone. It was cheap enough. I said that looks like fun. I could take pictures, and whatever. So I said, I'll spend whatever. It was like $50, I think, or
Right.
something for an Air Hogs
Air
drone.
hogs. Okay.
Air Hogs makes all the toys. And
Yeah.
it was fun. I had a blast with it for about maybe a week it lasted before
Yeah.
it flew away. My very first flight, I just made a video with my first 15 flights and through that time I went through 3 or 4 different drones, the Air Hogs, and I went to a Hubsan. I got the Hubsan X4, I think it was, or
Right.
something like that. So
And
some Hubsan
they're
Star
still
X4 Star.
still in your possession.
The Hubsan is actually, yeah. It's the second one I've had. The first one I had, the motors blew out because they're the brushed motors,
Oh,
not,
okay.
so they don't last very long.
Hmm.
Uh, and the first one that I had, it didn't even last a week before a motor burnt out.
Wow.
But I was able to save the drone and send it back, and they sent me another one, and I
Awesome.
still have it. Actually, I rarely fly it. That's probably why I still have it. But
Well, I want to say hi to a few people. Mike B, aka the Drone Ranger, AZ
like me,
Drone Dude, and who else? Jim Wallace just came in. So good to see
Jim,
you guys. Welcome to the show. So I brought out the big guns and got Paul Davis on the show.
I see Mitch. Okay, I could see the chat. I finally figured out how to do it. I never realized I could do that. I can't see me anymore, but I could see the chat now. That's. I wish I could do both, like the regular way. You could see the chats and you could see.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Eh.
Well, I finally got to meet you at Spin Up
Yeah,
this
that was,
last year, and it was quite a fun event. And I won the RoboMaster, which I'm just having a blast with the last couple of days. Really
yes.
doing a rugged test of the machine to see how well built it is, and it really is.
It's not a snowball master though.
No, it isn't. No.
I saw
And,
that. That was I don't know if that was your second attempt. I saw the first and I saw just recently you did another try.
yes, I did. Yeah,
I
I
don't know
wanted to see how it would do in snow. It did okay, but if it sunk in the snow, then I was screwed. Yeah. But if it got good enough traction, it could move along. And the snow, well, because we've had a lot of warm weather here, so the snow is kind of that crunchy snow. So it was able to get over it and
huh.
traverse the snow. It did great on grass,
Yeah,
as
that's
long as
cool.
it stuck on some snow.
Does it mess up the gears? Does it get in there and you have to clean it all out? I guess afterwards, or is that a
Today, when I took it out to a place that's well, it's a trail and it's got a bunch of prairie dog. There's a prairie dog down there, so I wanted to see how well it would do on sand and gravel and a little bit of mud. And boy, the wheels got some caked on mud on it that I'm going to have to clean up tomorrow.
That's what I figured. I figured that would be a bit of a
Right.
mess.
Mhm.
It's not like
But
you could hose it down, right? You don't want to get
yeah,
it wet.
yeah, get out the power washer.
That'd be the easy way. I
Yeah,
wonder.
it would. And then I would have a RoboMaster, a big hunk of plastic. There you go.
They got to make a waterproof RoboMaster,
Yeah,
snowproof.
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
I still want to get one of those underwater drones. If Jim Boyd would send one to me,
He has a couple of them, doesn't
yeah,
he?
he does. He's got the Dory and the Gluteus Maximus.
Yeah, the gluteus maximus. Yeah, I know that. I think the Dory's a little one, right? It's almost half the price, I think, of the
Yeah, it is.
Gladiator. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, instead of being tethered on a really long cord, it's got a buoy
Right.
and it stays on the surface, and the Wi-Fi signal goes back and forth that way. Yeah,
Yeah, I would imagine you would need some kind of a wire at least for that. And plus, you'd want to be tethered anyway in case
yeah.
you lose it. You can always pull it back. But
And
I need one of those.
Drone Life RC, welcome to the show. And who else did I
Hi,
see?
Chris.
I saw somebody new, Perplex Logic. He's a new guy. I don't think I've seen him in my. And Bob Casey, welcome, Bob.
Up Casey, the grumpy vlogger, Steve Mack, I see.
Yeah,
Mike E.
yeah,
Mitch, old Drone Shot. You got a lot of people in the house, man. Jim
yeah,
Wall.
too. Yeah. Well, they heard that Paul was coming on, so
Well, hey, that's why I'm here. I heard I was going to be here. Well,
uh,
thank this is I'm your 50th guest. Is that did I see that? The
Well,
title?
actually, this is the 50th show. The first
Oh, oh,
maybe 10, I didn't have guests on because I couldn't figure out how to get guests onto the show. And then I finally got VMix a year ago, and that's when I really started to have guests on. So, yeah, not using it today because, well, I was uploading a video and I was worried that VMix would screw things up, that it would tax the computer to a point where I'd get a lot of lag and buffer. So we're
this,
doing the StreamYard thing today.
yeah, this StreamYard seems to work pretty well.
Yeah, it does.
I've seen a few lives that use that. I've
Right. Hmm.
been on there, and I always have issues between my phone and my computer. It's always something going on.
Right. Where did
I tried streaming with OBS
Right.
a
Right.
year ago or so when I was doing my first live streams. That just it worked, but
Yeah, it does. Does.
it's too much effort for a lazy bum like me, man.
Yeah, lazy bum.
I'm a plug and play kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm looking for my cheat sheet and I don't. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. So it just I've got about 5 or 6 generic questions that I always ask of the guests. So Paul, were you a nerd in school,
Uh,
or were you just a smartass?
yeah, I would go with the latter. Yeah, the school when I was in school, we were divided into, I guess, nerds. I don't even know if nerds was a term when I was in school. You either were a nerd, a jock,
Yeah.
or a head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Burnout.
a lot of the. I guess I would have been considered a head. I guess if anything, I think
Oh.
I was into the Grateful Dead and
Okay.
other things that go along with it.
Well, I was a big fan of Nazareth and Led Zeppelin and the Who.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
of course that was it, man. Back then.
Right. We got Bob Casey, Mel 400 AGL, and
Hey, Mel's
Manana. Yeah,
well,
Sparkfly. Hey, we got a good crowd tonight. Sparkfly.
let me go back to the chat. I wish I could see both. I could switch. Mel, hey, I've got Paul's Mavic Pro torn apart on my desk right now. I don't want to know. And Mike Roach is in the house. It's actually Mike Roach. Well, it's not Mike Roach's. I have Mike Roach's drone now because Mel's got Philly Drone Lights drone torn apart on his desk.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Thank God for this community and all these great guys, and I was able to stay with drone because of that. Because I just seem to crash them all the time, man.
Well, hey, that happens when you're a stoner.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, hey, dude.
We'll blame it on that.
Well, when I crash and I do it right, I have a sex offender that has it. So
I didn't catch that. Yeah, you crash. You have a second.
no, the drone that I crashed on Labor Day, I got the guy's name, and it turns out he's a sex offender.
Oh.
And he's not registered at that address.
Yeah. How'd you find out?
Well, I have my sources.
Yeah. What do you?
I
What
have
can you?
people.
That's what I was afraid about your checklist of questions. What you found out there.
Hey, we got Saigon 98 drone fix 10
Hey.
Hey, wow. So glad everybody's here instead of its Spike show. No, I don't want to bash Spike. He's got a great show.
That's right. He goes on Saturdays too.
Yeah,
He has a party over there.
time and it is what it is, and YouTube, it's big. It's big enough for all of us, and
Oh,
it'll
absolutely.
sort itself out sooner or later. There's always going to be people rising up, and the top people are going to come down, and it's
In the middle, people can float around the middle and go up and
it,
down.
it's a dynamic pool. It's not a static pool. It's always constantly changing. Then you got the idiots at YouTube saying, you know what, we need to change the rules. And
Yeah, that's the truth. Take your subs away from you. You don't want that drone back, or who knows what he may.
yeah, he may have violated the warranty.
Wow. Yeah, we got a thing on around here. I don't know if you have it by you, where you actually can go online and it shows you all the registered sex offenders and where they live and
Yep,
whatnot.
yep. We have that here, and I found out the guy, and there's a guy in the next building in
And
our
next to
complex.
it,
He's a registered sex offender. I go, oh,
cool.
okay. As long as he, you know,
So now you're best friends.
yeah. I don't think I've even ran into him yet. So, as long as he's not causing trouble, I'm okay with that. And it's good to know.
You don't know the situation either, too. What
Yeah,
happened? I'll play devil's advocate and
yeah,
say,
that's true. That's true. Hmm.
So I've been
So,
in trouble for a few things I shouldn't have been in trouble for in my day. So
okay, okay.
we'll just
So,
leave it.
Paul, what kind of editing software do you use?
I use now. I'm a big fan of LumaFusion on the iPad. I
Okay.
When I'm on my phone, I'll use um, Power Director,
Oh, cool.
right? Power
Mhm.
Director, and another one, Action Director. I think it's the same company, Cyberlink. They have two.
Okay, okay.
I'm not sure what the difference is between the two, but Power Director is pretty powerful. It's a pretty good app for a little Android phone on the go, when you want
Right.
to do something quick.
Because
LumaFusion, I love, obviously. And on the desktop, I use a Mac and I have Final Cut Pro X,
okay, cool.
which is also awesome. But I
Well,
never sit at the desktop anymore. Go ahead. I'm
uh,
sorry.
huh. Well, I know a few YouTubers that they do all their vlogging on their cell phone. They
Yeah.
do all the editing, and they've got great channels. As a matter of fact, uh, one of them, she's a local gal here in Colorado. And I know her dad from Facebook, and he's in the same political sphere as I am, so that's how I know him. And his daughter she's a senior in high school. So a few months ago, she just passed 10,000 subs,
Wow.
and she just growing like mad. And I've checked out her channel. I know it sounds kind of creepy, a 60-year-old checking out a teenager's YouTube. And it's like, okay. But you remember the show iCarly?
Yeah, I think so. It was a girl. Wasn't she like on Nickelodeon? That girl.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Her channel really reminds me of iCarly,
Huh.
because she'll be at school and she'll have her cell phone out and videotaping some monologue, and then she gets home and she'll edit it, upload it, and I'm like going, that is pretty cool. And she's a really cute gal, and I'm like, boy, she's gonna break a lot of hearts when she goes to college.
That's what they do.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
John of Drone said, my Spark is stranded on the balcony of the condo. The building manager tells me the tenant is on vacation and not responding to emails over 30 days now.
Jeez, oh, you gotta find a way up there, man.
There you go. Here's what you do. You fly your Phantom 3 Advantage, but don't do what I do. Get a hook on a string and grab it.
Oh, yeah. I tried to hook my Mavic when it fell over the wall with a long hook on the end of a snake. It was metal. I figured I'd be able to control it, but that was a wasted attempt.
Yeah,
How high is the balcony? What floor is it? Maybe you
yeah,
can
that would be interesting.
a ladder up there or something.
Yeah,
Balcony of a
there you go. Yeah, maybe get on the neighbor's balcony and kind of jump over, and
yeah.
hopefully it's not 10 stories up.
Go to the roof and jump down would probably be easier.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yep. Oh, Brent's Explorations. Hey, there's a new guy. Welcome to my channel.
All right, Brent's Explorations. All right. Good evening. Ten Toes is in the house. We met
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah,
Ten Toes in Austin.
yeah, I met him there. He was a guest on uh, not too long ago. John of Drones. I have okay. I have police reported lost property, and the village hall is involved with their stonewalling.
Huh. Wow. The police report of lost property. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Well, here in Colorado, we just had an issue with some drones in northeast part of the state, where I guess some pretty big drones have been flying around at night. And
I saw that on the news. They were huge.
mm,
Huge. Like they were almost designed to maybe to look like UFOs or something, right? They had kind of a
well, I'm guessing they might be matrices or something bigger.
hmm.
And I'm guessing they're probably for a power company and they're doing some line inspections.
Why would that be such a mystery though?
Yeah, I know. People get all verklempt about drones, you know. Oh no, he's looking at me. It's like the guy is a mile away. He can't see you.
Yeah,
It's
most of
stoners in Colorado seeing things. Yeah.
the there's a lot of UFO sightings out in that area, right? You're getting the Midwest closer and
Yeah,
closer to Area 51. What's Area 51? That's
that's
in
Nevada.
Nevada,
It's further
Nevada,
west.
Nevada.
Yeah.
Now you say Nevada, I say Nevada.
Uh, well, I live in the city of Arvada. Ar-
Arvan.
Arvada, not Arvada. That's not how we pronounce. Hey, Paul Murray is in the house.
Paul Murray, hey, what's up? You're not out there orbiting a ship? Oh, it's too dark probably by now.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's about 7:35 p.m. out there. So,
Easy.
Steve Carpenter is here. Great, good.
Oh, hey. Hi, Steve.
Yeah, Steve was another great guy I met that we met at
Yeah.
yeah.
I got to spend a lot of good quality time with Steve. He's a great guy, man.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I had a blast there. Uh, would have been nice if I could have done a little fishing in that pond out there, but
Need
saw
more
a
time.
sign that said no fishing.
Oh, wow. Oh, in the pond
Yeah,
where the place was?
yeah.
There were fish in there?
Oh yeah, I walked around there and I could see bluegill fishing and some
Yeah.
bass in there. Uh,
I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
We walked around there. I flew over it.
Well,
Didn't-
Mel flew his drone out there, and he saw a whole bunch of turtles out there.
wow.
Yeah. So John of Drones trying to go by the rules, not piss off the neighbors. The spark got away while he was shooting a holiday train and landed on the balcony, fifth floor of the building. Wow, that's
Fifth floor. Eesh. That's tough. That's tough. And there's nobody living there. Is it vacant, or they're just on vacation, or
vacation. Maybe he's one of those guys that takes a, extended vacation to Europe. Maybe he's in Europe and he's in the Riviera and
yeah,
having a good old time
seasonal. It's his summer house.
in summer house. Maybe
Yeah.
he might be in Mallorca and uh, uh, perplexed logic. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. Legwork is here.
Hey, William.
Yeah, trying to
What's his
find
name?
somewhere to drop off a puffy
Puppy
battery, but no
battery.
one wants to know at this point. Just asking, just going to sneak it in the neighbor's bin. Watch trash wagon go. Hey, send it to Ken Heron. He'll blow it up.
There you go.
Yeah, he'll shoot his 44 mag into it.
That would do it.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, I
You
think
can get money from them around here. We recycle at the recycling plant where you bring metal, scrap metal, and whatnot. And for batteries, they pay
right.
a good penny, man. They
Yeah,
so. And I save all my old batteries for everything from the car, from whatever. My wife's scooter uses two 12-volt batteries. I have a stack of old batteries from that. I'll go
right.
down. I'll get a nice little chunk of change from that.
Yep. Yeah, I save all my pop cans and aluminum foil and all that stuff. I save that, and I've got a couple bags ready to take it down to the recycler. I'll probably do that on Monday after work.
Over here there's a separate section for stuff like that, like electronics and copper and batteries. They pay more for, like the aluminum and whatnot. They pay a certain amount, and then scrap steel, whatever, is just
Yeah.
nothing.
Well,
I
this
used to,
guy basically just deals in metals, like aluminum, brass, and copper, stuff like that. I don't think he messes with batteries. But
maybe they do. There might be a section somewhere. You should ask them. You
well,
never know.
you know what? I will maybe with the electronics. A lot of those guys, what they do is like they get old motherboards, memory sticks, and they just grind it all up, and then they sift through and get the gold out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's gold in them there motherboards.
yeah, that's right. Oh, here you gotta see what Grumpy just said. All the green tree huggers and no place to recycle in the UK.
Well, look, there's no place to recycle. Is it like that, William? Mr. Leg work, no recycling? Go. There's got to be recycling over there. You would think. I think Europe is ahead of us and all that kind of stuff. No, you would think. I don't know. What do I know?
Saigon 98 once, he's thinking about the new egg drone. I just see a video on YouTube. Brian Singleton of True Drone Reviews has one of those egg drones. And it's not a little thing. It's like the size of a rugby ball.
It's big,
It's
and it's
big.
not that new. That's all.
Yeah.
That's been out for a while now. Unless they have a new one that he's talking about. I don't know. But
Mel, hey, thanks for stopping by. And yeah, I hear that guy is kind of a jerk. So,
well, Mel, yeah, I know. He's taking jerking around on this live stream. He should be fixing my drone. What the heck,
yeah,
man?
well,
Back to work.
you got to take a break and not mess things up. So
That's true, man. Just take a deep breath, take a relaxation break, and then get back, get on it.
yep.
Yep.
Yeah, Mel, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you on, well, tomorrow on your show.
Thanks, Mel.
Sadly, Grumpy won't be on my other show tomorrow, so I'm going to do a solo show. Hey, Lloyd, I got a guess, and the guess is she's running for state house here in Colorado, and already uh, the Second Amendment idiots here are after her. There's a group here called Rocky Mountain Gun Owners. They're a bunch of a-holes. They like they're savage. They beat up on our own people. I mean, hey, why not work together and get our guys elected? No, it's like they have a litmus test, and well, you got to be 100% for gun rights, and it's like pretty much every Republican is, and you got to be pro-life. You got to be 100% pro-life, and you got to be God fearing, and it's like that's all well and good, but here I am going on politics. You gotta
Don't tell me
have
how to live.
well, kind of have that Neapolitan thing. You kind of have to have people that will work well in that district. Uh, Case in point, the senator from Maine, uh, Collins. Well, she's a Republican, but Maine is a liberal state. So a full blown conservative cannot win there. So, it's all about who controls the agenda. If you have more of your guys in the state assembly, then you control the agenda in the state house. Same with Congress, you know. So, but I digress, and that's for tomorrow. So she will be very interesting to have on here, and it'll make for a good show. Sorry, Grumpy, I wish you were there. I know you have family stuff you have to do tomorrow. And hey, how is Ranger doing? Is he doing better? I hope things work out for that poor guy. He's got some knee problems, and he's a big dog. And uh, I'm a dog lover, and I hate it when you can't afford to keep an animal going, and you have to put them to sleep. And it's something that can be treatable. And but good night, Mel.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Mel.
Oh, I like his. I support LBGT, Liberty, Bible, Guns, Trump. I'll
And I'm
have
for
to
gun control.
I'll have to save that for one of our other drone guys who
Bible guns and
I
Trump.
won't mention here. He's quite liberal and always
I stay away from
posting.
politics, by the way. That's it. If you're talking about politics tomorrow, I might watch it, but I stay away. Politics, religion,
Okay.
and there's one other thing. I forgot what it was. I don't know. Memory. Politics, religion, and memory. I stay away from.
Yep. Gun control. Use both hands. I like that.
Yeah, that takes a steady hand and a keen eye.
Yep. Mhm.
That's about as much into gun control as I'll get. Yep.
So, Paul, what kind of work do you do other than drinking beer?
I drink beer. um, I deliver and install flat screen televisions right now. I'm in the electronics field. I've been in the AV or electronics or field all my life, pretty much. All my
Cool.
adult life, I should say.
Oh,
Yeah. I started out 30 years ago installing car stereos.
oh, okay,
Maybe
cool,
further.
cool.
Uh-oh,
So
party's coming in.
I
Yep.
bet in high school you were probably the projector guy, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. My sister-in-law interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Okay. In high school, you probably ran the projector.
Yeah, I actually, it was probably junior high school. In high school, I ran rampant. But yes, yeah, I was the AV guy in junior high they call it, or middle school nowadays they call it.
Yeah.
Right?
Hmm. Yep.
Maybe in freshman in high school I might have. And then I was just trouble. Couldn't be bothered.
So you're a Mac guy? Is that what you're exclusively work with, or Mac?
What kind of guy?
Mac? Are you just strictly Mac, or do you use Windows or Linux?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll use whatever I have. But yes, right now I'm a Mac guy. And I'll swear by it too. I've gone through numerous Windows computers through the years, and every single one of them would get a virus, whether I had antivirus installed or not.
Right.
You buy Norton and you install it, and you think you're safe and you're protected. But then you want to do anything, you have to kind of shut it down in order to do like install something. It's like because the antivirus protects you from prevents you from downloading something.
Right. Right.
And maybe that's how I got all the viruses because I shut it off. But I never had an issue like that with the Mac ever.
Right. Mhm.
You know, I got a Mac a good 5 years now, going strong with no issues,
Right.
and I've never made it that long on any Windows computer I've ever had.
Well,
I don't I don't download a lot of crap, or whatever. I just use it for either work or whatever. It's not like I'm on some sites you go onto and who knows what you'll get. You know what I mean?
well, and clean your browser history once in a while.
Oh yeah, daily.
Hey, Rick Halber is in the house, and
Rick Alba.
Lockwood. Welcome, welcome, guys. Great. So let's see how we're doing over here. We got we're at 19 watching right now. I know we were well over 20 at one time, which is cool. So
I was
yeah,
gonna say, if anybody else wants to come in, or I'm not gonna be able to stay too long. I've got a
okay.
unexpected little party going on here tonight. We're celebrating my wife's birthday, which was 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
and
Well, I just put into the stream. What happened? Oh, okay. I see. Great. All right. Anybody who wants to jump in, you're welcome to jump in the show. Ron, if you want to jump in, Gary, Rick. Rick, how are you doing? Or how are you? I hope everything is well with you, Steve Carpenter. If you want to jump in, hey, let's make a free for all tonight. Oh, it's Jody. Hey, well, we got Saigon 98.
Good shot, everyone. How's
Hey,
everyone?
welcome to the show.
that's Saigon.
Yes, how you been? How's everybody?
Oh,
Hey,
we're
buddy.
doing good.
I just use my phone because I don't have so
That's
yeah,
fine.
quick one because I think yeah, I jumped from one live stream to another live stream. And, like help everybody out, like support the channel, the like. We have to help each other. To support to subscribe
Yeah,
to
you got a good house
the
now.
other guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise,
Okay. Well,
So
thank you.
now the meaning there's a problem, overheat problem.
Uh,
There's a couple of guys ask me how to fix it. I say, okay, the minute you have to put a landing gear, otherwise you put too low, it's gonna overheat.
ah.
So when you have overheat problem, you gotta send it back to them. But I will post a video tonight and show what happened. Okay, 'cause one
Okay.
of my friends asked me, hey, can you open up and see why it's overheat? Because the fan, I don't know, maybe cheap quality. That's what happened when we paid $499 or $399. Uh, what else? I'm thinking about getting this new drone. I'm not sure any all the gentlemen in the chat room heard about. It's called the egg drone. It just came out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Hey, and I like about that drone is you can take that drone use as a camera,
Uh-huh.
and you can fly in the rain and the water too.
Oh,
I will post a link later. My video. I think they
right.
go like right now. They a lot of these drone company they want you to put a deposit so you can get $100 off or $50
Ah,
off.
okay.
So I think they call it the egg drone. I don't know
Egg
the
drone.
exactly the name of the
Okay.
company, but one gentleman he posted a video. It's called Captain something in
Right.
Canada. He posted a video. I saw the video and said, "Wow!" So I put my name on the list. I hope I can get that $100 off.
Oh, cool.
Now
Wonderful.
because that drone I like about it because you can fly in the rain
Oh,
and the
cool.
camera, and you can disassemble and then use that drone as a webcam. Or it's pretty good, 4K. And I like, well,
Oh,
let me try something else.
wonderful.
Because in the past, I have a lot of drones. I have from Inspire One to Autel.
Nice.
I have a bunch of drones because I fix them as a hobby. I don't make them,
Okay.
I help people fix them, and because I be honestly, I this this remote ID. A lot
Right.
of guys don't like it. A lot of guys like it. I be honestly, it's not gonna hurt the drone community or the hobby. A
Right.
lot of people don't realize it's not gonna pass. Why? Because we need a lot of everybody to submit the comment. Because that's what everybody wants. The
Right.
guy did the video. What they did about this new remote ID is kind of illegal under the federal law.
Uh-huh.
So hopefully we all support and put in our comment into that new
There we go. Yeah.
FIA ID remote. It will help a lot.
Okay.
I think one of the guy he posted, young YouTube, he's pretty good.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't remember his name exactly, but that's the guy. I see the video, like the way he talk, like everything makes sense. Most of
Right.
them talk about his remote ID. They don't give you more detail, more information, what's right, what's wrong. So let's see what
Okay.
happens because it's gonna take them 4 years, but it's gonna take them. I think they have like until like 30 days to the
Right.
deadline. Uh, we
Uh-huh.
have to put in the comment, like we all have to put in comment, like, hey, you know.
Okay.
Hey, I'm going to jump in here and just say
Yeah.
hello real
So
quick. How you doing, Saigon?
I want to
How
thank you
are you?
everybody for letting me
I
join
don't
this
think you
live
can hear
stream.
us.
So now I have to wait for.
I'm having trouble hearing Saigon.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, me
a little
too. And
strange.
I don't think he can hear us because he's just talking
So
on and on.
yeah,
Yeah.
enjoy the live stream and enjoy the
Mm.
weekend.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
okay,
will
good.
post
There
a
he
couple
goes.
of videos later on regarding
Okay.
the new drone.
Take care.
Saigon,
I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be. I didn't want.
Okay,
I didn't want to
gentlemen,
be
take
rude and
care. Thank
interrupt,
you.
but I was getting tired of holding the phone up.
And then we got Ron Lockwood down there. So
Hi, Rob.
welcome.
How are you?
Oh, that
All right.
way.
So
Let's
now,
go.
whew,
There's Ron.
whew,
Hi, Ron.
Boy,
Hi,
Art, that was a marathon right there.
yeah, that was. It was. So welcome everybody. So Ron, good to see you. And you just went back to work today, didn't you? And now we
Say
can't hear you.
no, you can't. No mic, Ron.
No mic.
no audio. All right, I'll take that opportunity to say goodbye then.
All right.
All right,
Well,
well,
good to see you,
good
Paul.
seeing you, buddy.
Good to have you.
Enjoy the
Good to see you.
party.
I'm out of here.
All right.
Good to see you guys.
You're
Thanks. Sorry I have to cut out.
You're
All right.
out of here.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Ron's out of
Okay.
here.
Take care, everybody. Ron will be back.
There you
All
go,
right.
Art. Back to just us again.
Whew. Boy. Yeah, I'm not used
Uh,
to having like multiple, like 5 people. I think that's the most I've had on the show. Okay, now Ron is back. Can we hear Ron?
Can you hear me?
Yay!
Yes.
Hear ya. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, has anybody seen my newest RoboMaster video?
I just
The
saw
one where you
yours.
were chasing it all over the parking lot and
No,
into the snow.
this is a new one. I just uploaded it just before the show.
Oh well, hell, I'm watching the show. How could I have seen that?
All right. Hey, we got 10 Toes here. Welcome to the show, Tom. How you doing?
Hello? I'm still here.
Good to see that. Good to see you. And glad you're in the live stream. And how are things
Ron's,
going with
and
you?
Ron's upside down.
He is.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to turn your monitor the other way.
Well, then the rest of you are upside down.
No, Rod.
No, you're right side up to me, Ron. I see you fine.
Yeah. Maybe 10
Hey,
Toes is
10
upside.
Toes, maybe you're upside down.
Is one of us in Australia?
Yeah.
We're all here in America. We're in America right now.
Merca.
Am I still upside down?
No, I think he was pulling your leg. He thought you were from Australia.
So I'll have to check out your video, Art.
Okay, great. Yeah,
Did you check out my new video that I posted
I
today?
saw it, but I didn't have a chance to look at it. I just caught a glimpse on it just prior to the live stream.
Oh,
Yes, 10 Toes.
okay.
What was it? You were putting some accessory on something, Mitch? What was it?
Yeah, it was for his.
Yeah, I did an analog mod on the DJI goggles so I could
Oh, that's right.
have
yeah.
it used as an analog. I've been meaning to do that for 2 weeks now. I finally got it finished and uploaded.
Do you guys fly much with goggles?
I
I
have.
don't.
Man, I'm having a hard time hearing anybody on this cell phone thing.
Well, they've got these things that they've got wire on them, and you plug them in your ear and into the phone. They're called
Is that something new? Is that something new?
Not
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
maybe new to you. I don't know. This newfangled technology is kind of confusing.
I didn't plan on coming on your live stream, Art, but when you find, I'm like here to Gary Brand Ariels does for me when I'm there alone and I need somebody to help me out. He always jumps in, and I do the same for you, But I didn't realize that half of the free world was going to jump in at the same time.
Well, and
Just a quarter.
I hadn't planned on doing that. It's just that Paul couldn't stay for the full show, so it worked out great. So this is kind of an interesting setup we got here tonight. We got 4 people in, and we could get a little bit of discussion going on here. So how many of you have a RoboMaster S1?
Nope, don't have one.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I took it out to.
So Tentos, what's your first name?
Actually, my name is Tentos. I usually go by Tom.
Tom.
Tom. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, if you had been watching the show that he was on, you would know about his name. Hey, we got Gary is here. Grant Ariels. Yeah. Hey, we got awesome.
Gary.
My ears were burning. Mitch mentioned that I was on, but
Yeah.
All right, we got somebody from Canada in.
yeah. So we got Canadian content.
There we go. Somebody's got. I'm getting a little bit of feedback.
That was me.
Okay. Okay.
I went to pop out the chat and I forgot to click the mute button.
Ah, there you
I had
go.
to turn way down, but not enough.
Right. So how's the weather up there, Gary?
0 Celsius at the moment. Snow overnight last night, and
That's 32 degrees.
yeah, it's 0.
Yeah. In Fahrenheit.
Yeah, no, it's Celsius.
Yes, it's 32 in Fahrenheit.
Yes.
0 degrees Celsius.
America and Libya use Fahrenheit. I get it. Yeah. Libya or
Look,
like
it's just cold. It's cold. It's cold in either measure. Yeah.
Canada is cold.
And when someone says
Go through here to
45 degrees.
Everybody break down. We had a cold front here, right down to 6. I'm sitting out here at 65 degrees now, and I had to put a jacket on.
Oh my!
Oh,
I know.
I think that was our
a,
high temperature here in Denver today.
I think we were in the.
We're not going to make it to that tomorrow. Our high is only going to be like 61.
Oh
Still
boy!
I've been enjoying Oklahoma weather. I've been barefoot all day, including when I crashed into the tree.
well, you put one in a tree today?
Yeah, I was out at my practice field orbiting myself for practice, and I didn't notice that I had drifted back and flew sideways right into a tree.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go drone hunting.
Oh, I've done that a few times.
But she's here, no problem.
Oh, good. Glad you found it.
Did you break a propeller? Did you break a propeller?
Oh no, propellers are fine.
Oh,
I flew another battery after that.
Okay, cool.
Good.
Yeah, I flew another battery after that.
Wonderful.
See, she's all here.
I found a pretty neat photo editing program today. Really, really cool. Called Quick. What's it called? Oh, I gotta look it up. Quick start. Yeah, I just found it today, but I put a couple pictures up on Facebook. I think Art, you're on my Facebook.
Yeah.
But take a look at the before and afters.
Yeah, you did one of Mount Rushmore, and you changed the background to sunrise instead of the blue sky. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah.
But I enjoy doing that kind of stuff sometimes, It really makes the pictures pop out, and
it does. Yep.
And I'm still using LumaFusion for most of my video editing. I have Final Cut, but I don't use it quite as much. Matter of fact, I got to take a day and sit down with Paul and talk to him. I think he has a lot of experience on LumaFusion.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Final Cut takes a lot of horsepower to run, eh?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
I use iMovie on my Mac, and it's just what came with the computer. It seems to do the job,
What kind of Mac do you have, Gary?
I've got a 9-year-old iMac, 27-inch.
Okay. Wow.
And it's keeping up. My wife has a new iMac upstairs, and we've got another iMac in the living room. So.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
Yeah. So
mine's only about a year old. Still learning with Mac.
Right.
How much RAM you need to, I forget. I think I have it maxed out on RAM. It's a G5. It's only about a year old.
Yeah.
But it does pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I've got my new machine here. I got it up and running. I went and got a 500 gig SSD drive, and that's my C drive, and I've got the 4 terabyte drive is my storage drive, and so that was a lot of fun getting Windows 10 on here, and it wouldn't see the big drive, and it turns out because it's got the Linux on it. So, but I was able to get into Linux, get some of the stuff that I wanted, and move it out of there. And then I just, well, I didn't reformat the drive. I just kind of, you know how you right
Everybody's coming and going here.
you just right click on it and you just disable that drive and then re-enable it, and it kind of erases everything, and then it's like, hey, I got a brand new drive in there and everything is running great, and I got all the software that I want, and I really like it. It's got a
Connecting.
AMD A10. Ah, so
Art, I don't know if this is just me or anybody else having trouble seeing things. Everybody's freezing up.
No, it's just
Working for me.
Yeah, that must be that Florida internet, that Telstra of the South.
Well, it's weird too because each of you guys like will break off individually. It's not like the whole thing is going away, but little pieces of it are.
Right.
Anyway, I'll bug out because sitting out here
Okay.
with my cell phone is not the greatest way to live stream. But you got plenty of company, Art, and good to see all you guys. And
all right, good to have
take
you.
care.
Mitch. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, I want to say hi.
I'll be counting
travel.
I'll be counting the moments until your live stream tomorrow, Art.
Oh, okay. And be sure to check the new video I just uploaded today.
I'll check yours if you check mine.
Okay, we'll do. We'll do.
Deal. See you.
All right. Bye-bye. Cool.
Just look that up, or Art. It's Quick Shot.
Quick
is the name
Shot.
of that app. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty neat.
Cool.
It's a monthly subscription. It's $1 something, like $1.65.
Oh, that's not bad.
No,
Yeah.
That's all right.
for like $13-14 a year. And then there's a whole bunch of add-ons you can get. I haven't gotten into them yet, but it's kind of neat though. You can change your backgrounds and do a lot of stuff with your coloring, and it's actually for $1.65 a month.
Yeah. Hey, you could be feeding a family of 6 in Africa with that.
Yeah.
Remember those ads that come on? They try to tug your heartstrings. Oh, for only $6.95 a month, you could be feeding a family of 10 in Estonia. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but beautiful day here today. A little bit of clouds, and we were in the low 60s here in Denver.
Wow.
So the snow is almost gone here. So it's nice. So Gary, you're probably half your house is probably buried right now.
No, actually, day before yesterday, it was just green grass everywhere. And then yesterday it snowed. And then it snowed again overnight. And I might have an inch of snow.
Oh, okay.
All melted off the driveway, so I didn't have to shovel today. So it was any day you don't have to shovel is a good day.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, how far are you from Buffalo, New York?
Not far. About an hour and a half to get to Buffalo.
Because
boy, a lot more snow.
Yeah, they're famous for having like 10 feet of snow a year. You know?
I had 1 year I had 7 feet of snow in the backyard.
Wow.
I had to tunnel to the back to the pool house. You couldn't even get there. And it was even, we've got an above ground pool that's 4 feet high.
Right.
It was from the above ground pool up over the roof of the pool house. So yeah, it was pretty wicked. But we live in farm country, so there's 100 acres of nothing behind us.
Oh, nice.
All that snow blowing in, you know.
Yeah.
That's the downside. The good side is you can take your drone up and you can fly 500 meters before you can hit anything.
Yeah.
Ground,
Mhm.
nothing there.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's pretty good.
That's what we have up here in North Dakota. It's flat, a lot of fields. That's why I just work up here. I don't like to live up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like the
you're
mountains of the city.
yeah, you got the mountains there on the western end of the state. Same with Nebraska. They got a little bit mountains, more like big hills over there.
Hey, Art, while I'm thinking of it, I was chatting with Jim the other night, and nothing's concrete, but I come home from work August 5th
Huh?
and looking to maybe come down on the 6th or the 7th, probably the 7th.
Okay.
So just a rough ballpark. I'd still like to do that get together if anybody
Yeah.
hasn't.
Yeah, we can get together with Sean and a few other guys that want to meet
Yeah.
up here in the Denver area. Yeah.
I'm really thinking.
Spin up west.
Pardon me, Gary?
You're doing a spin up west?
Yeah, Rocky Mountain spin up, or Rocky Mountain meetup.
All right.
Yeah. Meet up.
Yeah.
And people were getting a little offended by it's like it's not a spin up, but no,
Yeah.
it's just, you know, what I propose, Gary, is that I just think it's so neat that and I think I got this idea from Rodney, you know, where some of us have been talking, you know, on YouTube for the past year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
Right.
And he goes, it was just so neat to physically meet people in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
was.
what I was proposing was meet up in Denver. It's not exactly centrally located, but I thought it'd be a neat place to meet. Bring your wife, bring your kids, you know, if you can get away, and just like a 2-day get together.
Yeah.
And hey,
There you go.
let's take a day trip and go up to Pikes Peak or whatever Art and Sean, you know, would suggest. You know, it's a very scenic, beautiful area that
Yeah, it
Art lives.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all it is. And then I think Matt, I think he said he has some friends up in Canada, so I really think he's coming.
Oh.
I just think it would be neat to, you know, with someone we've been speaking with for quite a while from Australia,
Yeah.
come all the U.S. to see us.
That would be cool.
Yeah, Matt's a great guy, man. He's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to meet him.
Yeah.
And we're trying to interest Peter Carroll too.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
So, but yeah, Paul from Drone Bum. I think see if we can get Steve and Rick from California, maybe Chris from Texas, whoever would like to come.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody all on your own, wherever you want to stay, however long you want to stay. But I just think it'd be a neat thing to meet up and introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Go flying, do some photography.
Yeah.
You know.
Cool. Yeah, that would be a really good idea. Yeah.
I'm planning a trip to Quebec in July. Roger Martin from Canadian Drone Hub hosts an event there.
Cool.
And Andrew and Ksenia from Pusa Studios. And John DiNardo from the Boston area, he goes up. And who is it? Centroid.
Oh yeah, Centroid. Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah, so you know we'll get a crew together. It'd be nice to meet some of the people that you see on a regular basis. You know.
Right.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah. And it's July, so I might take my bike, just throw my Mavic Air in one of the saddlebags, and
there you go.
Haul off. You know. So.
No, you're north of Buffalo, right?
Well, we're west of Buffalo.
Yeah.
I'm between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario.
Yeah.
Mac is on here. He's from Oakville, which is near Toronto. He says they got no snow there.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. The last time I was in Canada, I was visiting some friends in Peterborough, Ontario. And that we did get one night we went down to Toronto and went to a Blue Jays game. That was kind of cool. Hey, Trevor is here. Manic Magic Lives is here. Good.
And Art, we still got to get you up here to shoot some prairie dogs.
Yeah, I would like that. Yeah.
Shoot prairie dogs? All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, my brother-in-law and we used to do that. He's the one that got me into hunting. One day he said, "Hey, come on out." And I've shot 22s, little plinkers. And so we went out on this field out in eastern Colorado. And he knew this place where there's going to be a whole bunch of prairie dogs. Brought a picnic bench and some sandbags. And my brother in law brought his high powered rifles, and his friend brought his AR 15. And I started shooting his friend's AR 15. I was nailing prairie dogs way the heck out there. And they looked at each other and they looked at me and they said,
Oh, he's hooked.
"Ever fired a high powered rifle, have you?" And I said, "No, this is my first time." He goes, "Damn, you're good."
We used to live in Western Canada out near Edmonton. We had a lot of prairie dogs out there.
Right?
And it's still up there. I've got a Bical 177 pellet gun
Oh,
with a scope on it. And it's they sell it with a kit that you can change out the spring
right.
and get 600, and it goes clean through a prairie dog.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Pellet gun. And because it's not a firearm, it doesn't have to be registered in Canada. So
Nice.
we have pretty strict gun control laws. So
Yeah.
That was a question I had for you, Gary.
yeah.
You're pretty strict with your gun laws up there.
Yep. Everything has to be registered, and when the cops come to your door, they know if you've got a gun. And you can't have a handgun. Only police and military have handguns.
Really?
Yeah, Bob Casey has a good point there. He said prairie dogs are small, but they sure can tear up land. They breed in multitudes. And that is correct.
Well, they can destroy a field and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's really bad if you've got horses and they step into a prairie dog hole and break a leg. It's tragic. Out there were just, you'd drive home from work and they'd just be spread across the road. There was times, why did the prairie dog cross the road?
No, get away from the two.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Oh, okay. Why?
Could be done.
Oh.
They're the stupidest things. As soon as they see it, they stand up and then you whap them right in the head.
Yeah.
If they stayed down, you just go right over them. But
yeah. Yep. So yeah, my brother-in-law brought his 22-250, and he brought my dad's 6mm Remington that my dad built from a Mauser rifle. And boy, that is a attack drive right there. And it's small enough for deer, and it's just legal for elk, actually, here in Colorado. So, but I've never taken it hunting because my sister won't let me take it. And it's like, well, you're not going to shoot it. Why don't you let me use it for hunting? So I ended up using my friend Rick's 308 time that we went down to his ranch to go deer hunting. Didn't see anything. And then just as it was about to get dark, oh, there's one over there. And by the time I got dark out. Dang.
I'll have to get you up here for a hunt.
Yeah, that would be fun. That and fishing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some good fishing. get you up in the bighorns, some of those mountain streams.
Right.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Of course, you've got all the beautiful fishing. You got a lot of the cutthroat down there.
Yeah, we have cutthroat. Sometimes we get goldens down here. Those are pretty hard to come by. But yeah, brookies and oh, wait a minute. Who's that? Steve Carpenter.
Hey,
Welcome to the show.
Hello there, gentlemen. Good evening.
Good evening.
Steve, you use the term so loosely.
Hello, Gary. 10 Toes. How are you? Long time no see since Spin Up.
Yes, yep. This is Spin Up.
how you doing, Steve?
Doing good. Just got back to the house.
Good.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, good. You've joined the gopher hunting show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
prairie dog hunting group. Yeah.
We don't use drones to hunt them.
Great for spotting.
Yeah, it would be good for spotting,
Yeah.
but I think they're illegal for spotting deer and yeah,
Yeah.
antelope and stuff like that. Yeah, gotta do it the old-fashioned way and huff it on foot or drive around in your four-wheeler
Yeah.
ATV.
We had a neighbor lose their dog in a cornfield here, and I found it with a drone. It was,
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
no time at all. He wasn't far from the road, but you couldn't see it. You know, corn was 4 feet high, and you get up 200 or 300 feet and just go over the rows, and there he is, right there. You know.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he had the drone in his mouth.
No, what I did was
Yeah, you said they found the dog with the drone.
I spotted the dog and came down to about 20 feet, and the owner was able to see the drone above the corn and go right straight to the dog and put him on a leash and get him out of there. So
Cool. Hey, we got another Aussie in the crowd. We've got Greg Oz by Drone in the chat. Cool. Welcome, Greg. Boy, it's an honor when he comes to my channel to check out the stream. Thank you very much. All right. So we got a good crowd here tonight. That's wonderful. So now let's build up those watch hours.
there you go.
Yeah, so before you go to bed, do a little binge watching.
Not bad. You got 16 watching and 17 likes, I think.
That's good. I think at one time we had over 20 people
Wow.
here. So we've had people coming and going, which is awesome.
Yeah. Well, you see, I came on and I have a face for radio, so I probably tuned them out, you know.
Oh, you should have seen poor Claude on his show the other day. I was on with him when he broke 1K twice.
Right, I heard about that.
He went on there and hit the 1K, and the show was going on, and all of a sudden he fell back down
Yeah,
to 997, I think it was. He lost 3.
yeah,
And
that's some.
then he he got back up. We went off, and we went. Actually, Ron and Art came back on because I went live afterwards. And the next day he was on, and he was talking about his watch hours and everything. And somebody mentioned, I forget who it was, said, "Well, did you check your watch hours?" And he went on to look at it, where he had almost high 7,000 watch hours. He was down to just like 100 and some or 200 watch hours because it reset on him.
Oh,
no.
First of the year.
Oh,
That's horrible.
Well, YouTube does that, but it didn't count against him, so he got monetized, and he was in. So he's up and running. But you should have seen the look on that poor guy's face when he was looking at, almost 8,000 hours, and all of a sudden it was like 100 and some hours. I thought the guy was going to lose it right there.
He probably about had a stroke.
Exactly. You know it all too well, Ron.
1,000 will be a big milestone, I guess. You know, I'm short of that yet, but you know, someday.
Yep. Yeah, all you have to do is click on the page, play all, then mute the audio, and let it run.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing that I'm planning to do is I'm going to put together a 1-hour video and market it to doctors and dentists to play in their waiting room.
Oh.
Oh,
And it'll just be cinematic drone video around the area. You know, just extended cuts, just to bore people while they're in the waiting room.
Right.
And you know, that would get some watch hours. One thing I did one time, I was out with my wife and daughter, and we went into a restaurant, and they had a big screen TV there, big smart TV.
Right.
And I was over by the condiments, and I saw the remote, so I put the TV on YouTube and tuned it to my channel, and on the Brent Ariels uploads playlist, play all, and then I put the remote back in behind the ketchup, and we left. And I got about 6 or 8 hours watch time. So yeah, it worked. But that kind of gave me the idea. Who else watches stuff on a big screen, right? It would be in the doctor's office or the dentist's office or the chiropractor or physiotherapist. And if you offer it for no charge, you're getting the watch time. And they're getting something to watch.
Oh,
so,
wonderful.
Yeah. So now you come up with an hour's worth of video.
that would be interesting. I wonder if that would work with StreamYards, because StreamYards has a special scripting you can put on. And I ran a test with Jim Boyd because he wanted to try finding another way for him to broadcast his live streams with his Matrice.
Right.
And I created it on my work website. I created a page. And what it is with that scripting, when you go live on StreamYards, if you go to that web page, it's broadcasting live on the YouTube page.
Oh, cool. Wonderful. Awesome.
So I wonder if that'd be a way to find a way, but people would have to hit that page just like any other, though.
Yeah.
Well, Greg says, funny story, every night my wife watches the same video. It's UK history of the UK royal family. The presenter puts her to sleep. She calls it her lullaby. I get watch time from her. Well, Greg, you'll have to, talk her into watching my stuff. Maybe I'm her lullaby.
Chasing the cat.
There you go.
I'm going to let you guys go. It's dinner time here. So,
all right. Well, thank you, Gary. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, I think this is 2 streams in a row for me, Art.
Yeah, I think so.
I think I was on Friday. Anyway, thanks for having me. Good to see everybody again. Steve, Ron, 10 Toes.
Hey, Gary.
Okay,
quick question for you.
Take care, Gary.
Got a question?
Yeah, you said you had a bike. You ever come out this way, out to the Sturgis Rally?
No.
Okay.
A little trouble crossing the border from Canada into the U.S. So.
Really?
Oh, I don't know what it is. I go to the border and they say, "Have you ever been arrested?" I say, "No." "You ever done time in jail?" "Well, I've never been arrested, so why would I go to jail?" Guy says, "Don't get smart. What were you arrested for?" "I've never been arrested." And it just goes on and on and on. Sometimes, well, most of the time, eventually I get through. No trouble. Now, maybe because there's a Cuban stamp in my passport.
Ooh.
I don't know. But, I've also been stopped coming back from the States. Here's a really good story. You'll love this one, Ron.
Okay. We're all ears here.
Okay, we're coming back from the States, and I got two guys that I'm traveling with. We're coming from Laconia, New Hampshire, their big bike rally. And on the way back, the one guy has a Gold Wing that has, the little door on the tank to get to the gas. Well, he opens the door on the tank, and he puts his passport in there and closes the door. Off we go. We're coming down the road. We stop for gas. The key won't work in the little key holder thing. We take the gas tank off, like the tank, and the active tank is underneath. So we take off the seat, we take off the tank, we disassemble his bike and put gas in it. I said, when we get closer to the border, we'll stop and we'll get this sorted out. Get your passport out. So off we go. The next real logical stop happens to be the duty free. So we stop at the duty free. I put the key in and won't go, and there's a little piece of plastic stuck in there. So I go into the duty free, into the coffee shop, and I get a straw. Right now we've got the tank off the bike. It's on the grass. So I get this straw and I'm trying to suck the hole, right? So can't get the plastic out of the hole, but we finally jimmy the door open and we get the passport out. Put the bike all back together. Off we go to customs. They pulled my bike over and say, "You go over there." They took the other two guys and had them go over there. They asked them a bunch of questions while they took my bike apart. They had the saddlebags apart. They had, the seats off, the whole business. What's all this about? Like, this is Canada Customs. And, we saw you snorting something off that tank back there.
Oh, no.
For drugs. They didn't have a dog or anything. And I said, and they're going through the bag, they're pulling out all the underwear and dirty laundry and
Oh, no.
all of it. Unbelievable. But anyway, finally they let me go. And I said to the guy, I said, I don't envy you this job. I said, my wife works for customs. And he said, where's she work? And I said, in Hamilton. And he looks at my passport and, "You're Vicky's husband?" I said, "Yeah." Why didn't just say so in the first place?
You didn't ask.
I didn't ask. Oh, well,
They would have thrown away the key, locked you up and thrown away the key if you'd have said that, right?
yeah. And the thing is, my wife worked for customs before she retired. Whenever we were coming back from the States, coming back into Canada, she was just a nervous wreck. If anything was wrong, she could lose her job, right?
Yeah.
So we'd come back and she'd have a pile of receipts. And this is where I bought gum. I have 7 sticks left. And here's the receipt for the gum. And I bought this. And they go, "Oh, you're fine to go. Just go." But she was prepared for a regular audit every time we came back.
Oh, boy.
But we had some trouble crossing the border. So when we go on vacation, we go to Cuba. They're the military there gives you the the third degree, but at least you're getting in.
So Gary, it's been years since I've been to Canada. So basically, if you come from the U.S., come up through Canada, and you have expensive items such as a drone, cameras, whatnot, you got to be certain you claim them coming up through, so they don't think that you bought them up there and then trying to bring them back. Am I assuming correct on this?
Well, I think in Canada we assume that you're not going to buy anything here and bring it back because it's more expensive here than it is there.
Oh,
Ron, I could speak on that, even though it's a long time ago, because being in the Air Force, we had to go through customs all the time. And what you do is you go down to any of the customs offices at any airport or anything. And what you do is there's a form that you fill out and you register all of the equipment on the form, and then they stamp it. And you keep that in your passport.
Yeah. Same when you go to Cuba.
okay.
When we come to the States, if we come by air, U.S. Customs has people in every Canadian airport. So you clear customs before you even get on the plane.
Huh.
So
Right.
once you're on the plane, you're on U.S. soil.
That's the same way in Ireland when we flew there in Dublin. Because then you're on sovereign U.S. soil there at the airport.
Yeah,
You clear customs in Dublin coming back to the States.
yeah.
Huh.
And the same flag to the States.
Yeah, it makes it easy.
We went to Disney one year, and this is incredible. This is how these guys know how this stuff works. We bought tickets and we were staying at a Disney resort. So they sent us our luggage tags. Disney sent us luggage tags. You put the tag on your luggage, you check in at the airport, you go through customs, your luggage goes through, gets on the plane. You get off the plane in Orlando. You don't even go look for your luggage. You just get off the plane, you go to the Disney desk, they put you on a bus and send you to the hotel. They collect your luggage, they put it in your hotel room.
Wow.
They got it all figured out. You get there 3 or 4 hours before your luggage does. Right? So you've got your carry-on, you've got your room, you can go tour the parks and do your thing. Right? You come back, your luggage is all there. It's all waiting. Yeah. They got it.
So,
Those people, they know how to move people.
Yep.
But,
Hey, I want to say hi to Sean Geeksvana, Sean Oz. Who else I miss? I think those are the new people that have jumped in. And welcome, guys. Glad to have Sean Oz and Mike Roach is back. Oh, great.
yeah, Mike Roach says Disney collects your money too. They sure do.
And then some.
But I would say, from our experience, we went down twice. Man, you get the royal treatment, But
Yep.
anyway, I'm going to miss dinner. They're not going to hold it for me much.
Okay, well, thanks for stopping by, Gary. Good to see you.
Okay, thanks for having me.
Stay warm.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
Very good, Ten Toes. You're hired.
So, Steve, have you dried out yet down there in the San Diego area? I know you guys had a lot of rain there.
Yeah, but we've had a little bit last week just for short stuff. This stuff's been just flying through, but we've had good sunshine, and then we've had this Santa Ana condition, but with not the high winds, so it's drying out the soil, which is
Right.
good.
Good.
Yeah. So thank goodness, knock on wood.
Yeah.
No flooding, no washouts and stuff in the burn areas, but we're way away from that area.
Good.
And the Los Angeles area.
well, guys, I think I better hit the road myself.
All right. Well, welcome. Thanks for stopping by, Ron. Always great to have you.
Yeah, good to see you. Thanks.
We'll get together someday, and I'll
Yeah,
come and shoot some prairie dogs and catch some
we got
trout.
lots of fishing and lots of prairie dogs for you, Art.
Awesome. Oh, it's a bird butt up there.
Yeah, pardon me.
Bird butt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll hook you up.
Okay.
So, hey, Steve, before I go, I had mentioned to Art, Jim and I were tentatively talking around the 6th or 7th of August.
Oh, I did hear that.
Okay.
I was listening and I just couldn't, respond.
And, I think Rick, if he's still in the chat there, I'd love, man, it'd be great if you and Rick could come out.
Yeah.
And again, I'd like to spread this to everybody, and I think it'd be a fun thing. Just bring your wife,
Greg
kids,
out here.
Yeah.
Greg and Sean from Geeksvana. Get the foreigners out here.
Yeah. I just think that'd be really cool.
So you're talking August?
August 6th or 7th?
Yeah,
there?
I can.
Thursday and Friday?
That would be Yeah, because I come home from work on the 5th, which is Wednesday, and I think Jim's either going to fly in that. I'm going to try to have him fly in that night, if possible, and then we might take a day and just kind of hang around Rapid City, show him around. I'm going to take him out on the 4-wheeler up in the hills, but then we're looking at that weekend because I actually can only stay till I'm actually off from work for 3 weeks. I the neat thing about my job is when I take a rotation off, I
Mhm.
have my 9 days off before the rotation,
Right.
and then 9 days off after. So I'm off for like 26 days or something like that.
Oh boy.
But I have to leave town the 13th because I head to Alaska on the 13th or 14th.
Yeah, you got your fishing trip.
There you
Yeah.
go. Hey, we've got Peter Carroll and we've got Doug Ertel. Thanks, Doug, for coming in the chat. And Peter, yeah. So,
Well, anyhow,
Ron,
just the
good to see you.
tentative dates. Yeah.
Okay, I'll mark those down.
Okay. Or guys, have a nice weekend.
Okay,
You're talking about staying through the weekend. Are you doing together to go over there for the weekend, or? Okay.
Yeah, just like days, and I'm hoping Matt will show up and whoever. Again, it's all tentative. I don't know if it'll even happen, but I'm just throwing that interest out. So we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, so like roughly in the 6th through the 9th then.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll just put it in the calendar right now to block it off.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Well, good night.
All
and,
right.
Good night.
Catch you all soon.
Sean Oz,
Take care.
thanks
Be
for
safe, Ron.
coming in the chat.
All right.
Good to have you. Yeah, the Texans pulled out a win, beat the Bills. And so far, it looks like the Patriots are up 3-0. Hey, we got Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk. Hey, we got a good crowd here tonight. Wow, that's great.
Oh, Sean's got a video coming up, guys, to watch out for too.
Oh, okay.
Going to be doing another 360 video, skiing down through the trees in some powder. He tried it all day. We've been texting back and forth since this morning, and he had to restart it again because I said, "Hey, it's just a blank air screen up there," and he says he told me he says, "Yeah, I know," and he's still at 98%, and that was since I think around 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon my time. So we're here coming up on 6, and it's still uploading.
Oh boy.
Well, it's a 9 gigabyte file. Your upload speed is.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Speed.
Yep. Well, and plus he's up in the mountains.
That's why I make these little short videos.
Yeah. Well, his is 3D, plus it's running at 4K, so the file size.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out his latest one, he did the one skiing down the run on 3D, and it's even on your mobile because you can just take your mobile, and just turn it around and turn yourself around, and you can see anything and everything.
Oh,
Wow.
cool. Okay. Sean says he's got 5 to 6 uploads, 60 down. Wow.
Yeah. That'll take you forever.
Yeah. Well,
as you well know.
I get about 270 down and 12 to 15 up.
We get just a standard one here because I've been waiting. I can go to a 330 plan, but I'm on 150.10 because the gigabit is going to be live here by the middle or the 3rd week of the month.
Cool.
So I want to definitely look into that.
Yeah, that would be good. Yep. And I think Ken Heron, he's got one that's like 300 up, 300 down. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah, he's got almost like the old days of business where you could get static you know, of when they used to have like a
T1?
T1 line. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but a T1 line is only 1.4 gig or 1.4 meg.
Yeah. Up and down.
Yeah. We
But
used
what,
to think that was great.
yeah. And then what they do is parallel them though.
Uh-huh.
You could multiplex them back and forth in order to get,
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
$1,000 when I lived in California. Yeah, you're right, Sean. It was real expensive to get it.
Yeah, it was $700 a month
Oh
in
boy.
Illinois.
Oh man.
Yeah, real expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for a company I used to work for, they used to have what they called a block bridge modem, and it was just like a dry set of lines between Massachusetts and here in Santa Ana, where we were at. And it was 56K in order to hit the server.
Oh boy. Oh man.
You want to talk about slow?
Well, I remember DSL back in the day. This is back in the 90s. When I got DSL, I thought, oh, wow, we're really speeding up. And then quickly that was slow as heck
Yeah.
before too long. And I remember the days of AOL and hearing that.
Yeah, those are the days. You've got mail.
Boing, boing, boing.
Everything will be going fine, and all of a sudden, oh dang, somebody picked up the phone.
Yeah.
And it's like every day I have to tell my folks, I'm going to be on the computer. Do not pick up the phone between this time and this time.
Yeah.
I had 2 phone lines. We used to run our multi-city office, but we put a server in each city, and there was a copy of the database in each one. And then the program would monitor for changes and transmit the changes to the others, so that all of your access traffic was all local.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would make it sweet and easy. Yeah,
Yep.
Unfortunately, like I said, with the company at that point in time, because this is like late 1990s,
Yep.
they were on it back then, and it was just like, oh Lord, I wouldn't even bother. I would, because I was working out on a project at Disneyland, so I'd hook into their lines over there, and then hit it going out the other way, and it was much faster.
Yeah, we had 19.2K between the cities.
How much?
19.2 kilobits between the cities.
Wow, that was good.
Not compared to 56 kilobits.
Well, I mean, but that's only doing backup between it in order checking.
Yeah.
You're not running communication through it, so
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't running user access through it.
yeah.
And an update would occur a few times a minute.
Mhm.
And all the rest of the traffic was directly to the servers. We had what we called an update server that coordinated this, and you could watch the screen and there it did something.
Yeah.
There it did something.
Mhm.
And this would be like with dozens of people hitting the database.
Sean Oz said before the World Wide Web we had where you could stick a regular phone in those weird suction cup things and dial up for direct connections to certain things.
Yep.
We would wad up paper next to the suction cup thing and see what it would print. Somebody left the terminal on once when the cleaning lady came in the evening, and when she turned on her vacuum cleaner, the thing started going like crazy. She thought she'd ruined something. The next day, stayed late to shore what had happened.
Those were the days, I'll tell you.
Well, when I was in high school, we had the old CRT terminals with the keyboards, and we had what was called a deck writer where you typed on paper. Well, one of my classmates showed me a trick on how to send a message to that terminal from your terminal.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever was on there, if they were working, all of a sudden it would just start typing stuff. You know, if we say, "Hi there, hey, how you doing? Good looking," you know, and all of a sudden it goes, and you hear some girl going, "What? Who? Hey, who's doing that?"
Well, the VT100 terminal had a code that could transmit everything that was on the screen. So you would send a message that said log out, and then you'd send a message that had that control character in it, and it would log them out.
Oh,
Yeah, ours was like I remember this. It said buy F, and you would send it over there, and yeah, it would log them right out of that terminal over there. Oh man.
yeah. Well, for our days, in San Clemente is where I went to high school over here, and there was a big corporation here called TRW Systems, Thomas Randall Williams, and it was a research center right up against Camp Pendleton Marine Corps Base there, and it was all secret, top secret stuff in there that was going on. They donated our school's first computer. It was a Raytheon that sat dang close to the height of a regular, desktop.
Mhm.
It sat 18 inches wide, and it sat 3.5 feet deep. Had
Wow.
a keyboard, with a little stand, and then it had the punch tape that you had to put in there.
Oh
So
yeah.
you'd have to type the code into the punch tape. Then once it was done, you'd spool up the punch tape and then feed the punch tape into it.
Right.
64K of memory.
Yeah. My first computer had two 8-inch floppy disks,
What?
8-inch,
Oh,
eight
yeah.
inch,
Yep.
and stored a megabyte on each one, and it had 64K of RAM and a Z80. And even in the mid 80s, people were astounded to see that thing running.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Grumpy says, "Okay, I gotta go fit Judy's pills, my pills, and Ranger's pill. I
Yeah.
hope I don't get them confused. Ranger has better drugs than I have."
Take care, Lloyd.
Yeah, good to have you, Lloyd. Let's see. Oh yeah, when I first started working at the company I work for now, I'd been working there a year or two, and they just started selling some of their outdated computer equipment, some desktops and some laptops. They also had their old mainframe that they were going to sell, and they had the tape drive, the big, the spool of tape.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was that paper tape that you saw in those old 60s and 70s sci-fi movies. That wow, and those things were bigger than I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I've mounted those big magnetic tape reels, and it sucks it into the vacuum column.
Yep. So then I had a friend in high school. He got, we called a Trash 80, which is a TRS 80.
TRS 80, yep.
Yeah,
That's what we call them.
Yep. He had that. Another classmate of mine, his dad had an Altair computer.
Mm-hmm.
And all these switches.
All these little switches, the blinking lights.
Yep. Yep.
I found a picture of mine online once. Mine said XOR on it, XOR.
Huh.
And if you Google XOR computer, it wasn't hard to find. Mine was like a 2-foot steel square box, a foot high, with the two big, heavy floppy drives in it, a reset button on the side, and a key lock.
Boy.
Huh. And that was just for the floppy disk drives, or regular.
They had the computer. They had the computer and the two floppy drives. Yeah.
Okay.
They had a printer and a terminal that connected to it.
Cool.
I had my first computer actually was the Atari gaming computer. It was the 80,
Oh,
and it had it where the cartridge is in the keyboard.
oh
that
yeah,
you-
like right above the keyboard, you put yeah.
Yeah, and then I bought the two floppy drives in order to run it on, so you could have one for reading the program and the other one for backing up your stuff.
I see.
And I'm trying to think, and I just drew a blank. And 10 times you may remember are is the old something Cal for it was the old. There was one of the very first spreadsheet programs that ran on DOS.
Lotus, Lotus 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Lotus was the one that was famous for that, but there was one called
VersaCal.
Yeah.
Oh,
VersaCalc. VersaCalc.
Calc, that's it, Calc, yeah.
right. Yep. The other day, there's a YouTube channel called Data is Beautiful, and
What?
Data is Beautiful.
Okay.
And what it does is, like most popular TV shows going from this year to like right up to now, and you'll see a graph and it'll show this show going all the way to the top and then coming down. Well, they did one on operating system. And I saw some, I'm like, oh, I remember that. COBOL, Fortran, and
I have never used those outside of a class, but yes, I know COBOL and Fortran.
yeah, and DOS, and then Windows. Well, yeah, Windows came in later. Do you remember a version of Windows called Bob?
Yes, it was the most stupid thing anybody ever thought of.
Yeah, well, there's another YouTube.
We still tease Beckers. We still joke about Bob.
Yeah, well, that there's a YouTube channel called Top 10, and this was about top 10 business mistakes, and Bob was one of them. I remember that.
ME, don't forget ME.
Yeah, and they talked about there of course Edsel was mentioned, and Coke. Remember the new Coke and how that was a disaster, and oh boy, it was a really interesting video on there. But yeah, there are all kinds of neat little channels on there that Data is Beautiful. They did one on population, going all the way back, and you get to see which country has the most population going back in the BCs, and then you see like Mesopotamia growing, and then all of a sudden China, and then India, and then all of a sudden, boom, China is like way up there, and then India, and they had one on oil production, and I bet you guys didn't know this. But in the latter part of the 19th century, do you know what the number one oil producer was? Russia.
Oh, I know they're hot. I know they're really hot.
The United States was number 2. And it was like that for many years. It went back and forth between the United States and Russia, and then other countries started moving up there. You see Mexico moving up there, Venezuela.
Yeah.
Venezuela is the 5th largest oil producer in the world.
Yeah.
And Saudi Arabia is not even in the top 10.
No.
Yeah. But if you count all those Middle East countries, yeah, that's a pretty big chunk of change. But Russia is still way up there. Now we're number 1 in oil production. And for many years, we weren't even in the the top 5, I don't think.
Yeah, we keep hearing about our dependence on foreign oil,
Yeah.
but about half of our oil comes from the United States.
Yep.
And the rest of it, most of the rest of it comes from Canada.
Yep.
And well, you know how troublesome those Canucks are up there.
Yeah.
They're always giving us trouble, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Canadian terrorists and
Hey, stop trying to make us go metric. We
Hey.
like our imperial.
Yeah, just to say, to let you know, Rodney Bell's in here, and
Yeah, I saw that, Rodney, and yeah, okay, cool.
yeah, I don't have the YouTube open. I just have the StreamYard open right now.
Okay.
well, you can see the live comments if you click on that tab to the side. You'll see the actual live comments.
Right.
Look at the StreamYard. They'll say private chat. Look at live chat. Live comments.
I see them.
Yep.
And you'll be able to see the same thing as on. It's just a little bit of a delay than the YouTube.
Yeah.
I see.
They added that in here a few months back.
Well, we're down to 12 people watching, but I got 19 thumbs up, which is cool.
20.
Oh, 20 now. Cool. Great.
Well, maybe they like you doing a longer show. You're 2 hours and 1 minute now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I think that's pretty close to a record for Artco. Yeah. I think I've done some, they weren't part of the regular show, where I've done like a special show during the week, like during the day, and I would like do a 2-hour show. I didn't mean to do 2 hours, but it just happened to work out that way.
Well, now you're up to 23 likes.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
My 3D printer just finished a project down here.
Oh, wonderful.
What are you printing?
I have all of these quarters from going to the laundromat, and all I had was a $20 bill, so I printed something to put quarters in.
Hey, we got Robert Glazier. Welcome to the show. Cool.
You see what Steve Mack wrote? It's the water up here in Canada.
Yeah.
Talking about it.
Yeah. And Robert said, hit the thumbs up. That's good. Cool. So I've been having fun doing computer upgrades. I'm glad I got the old Blackie working here. It's in a RAID Max box. It's working great. I think my next upgrade, I'm going to go from 5800 AMD to a 6800. That'll take me up to 4.1 gigahertz on it.
Do you have to swap the board out, or is that?
No, I just have to swap the CPU, and because it's compatible with the board, I'm going to upgrade the memory. I'm going from 8 to 16, so I should be good there. And that's what's going on. So
cool.
I might upgrade the video card, but that's probably much later. What I have in now is 4 gigabytes, which I think is plenty for right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got my hard drives all duplicated that I was talking with you about.
Right.
The duplicator. So now, hopefully Monday, I'm going to shut the unit down, take it out, and put it on the bench here, and swap out the drives and put the new drives in, because the rest of it's fine.
Right.
Because I got an i7, 6700 processor, and I've got 32 gig of RAM, and I've got the NVIDIA 1080 video card with 8 gigs. So, because I bought this back in 2016 when we had the fire here in the garage. So my work computers, the insurance company wrote them all off.
Right. Oh, nice.
So I ended up buying this thing as a package from, actually, believe it or not, from Costco, and for the tower. And then I bought the two Acer 24-inch monitors, and it works phenomenal. A lot cheaper than I could build it.
Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a 32-inch monitor, and that'll have HDMI, so that'll run a little faster. And then I'll take this 26-inch and I'll move it over here onto this other table, so I have two monitors. And eventually I'm going to get a mixing board here, and then I'll have my other microphone with the XTL or XL
XLR.
XLR. Put that on, back on here and get that working, and then eventually I want another camera so everybody could see my setup and see how messy it is with all the papers and stuff. I still have those component boards out that I was telling Ten Toes about.
Yeah.
Yep. And this one's for.
I just got these in.
Oh, cool.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
What's that, Ten Toes?
that'll be a train detector
Oh, okay.
for model trains.
Okay.
When a train passes it on either side, it'll use an RF module to send a message.
Oh.
I have big trains.
Oh, yeah, he's got the G gauge train, the big boy.
I have pretty big trains.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Nice.
We've got a set here, LGB.
That's an aristocrat, but yeah, same size.
Yeah, but when these were bought back when you could afford them.
Yeah. Back when I had work, when I had a job.
Yeah. Yeah, my son's 32, and we bought him back when he was, I think, 6 years old. We started buying just a little bit at a time. And my sister was in Germany at the time, so she was living and working there. So every year she'd bring, and it was a lot cheaper buying them there. And then
I bet
limited to how much you could bring, of course. But she started bringing him cars and cars and cars.
Wow, cool. Well, guys, we've been let's see, 2 hours and 7 minutes. Yeah, let's get it up to 2:10, and then we'll shut her down and get her going. And don't forget to check out my video I just uploaded just before the show. Yeah, the last video before that, the RoboMaster has been getting a lot of views on there. So
good.
Yeah. So hopefully tomorrow will be a nice day. I gotta get the Mavic Air out. I gotta do some flying. There's a building not too far from here, about a mile away, that I want to fly. It's part of the National Historic Landmarks.
Oh, you love them?
I get, as long as I'm not flying off the property. I think I can fly. If I'm off the property, I can fly. I just can't land there. I can fly around there because Ken Heron's done that with that statue, Vulcan, up there, down there in Alabama.
Right.
But I think that's not a national park.
Yeah, but it's a national landmark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're a little different. It's not a park per se, but they wouldn't let him launch right at the base of that statue. So he had to be like right off the property there, but close enough to where he could fly his drone. And I thought, I could do that. Yeah.
Be easier than walking there.
It's called the Westminster Castle.
Oh, cool.
It was supposed to be a university. They were calling it the Princeton of the Rocky Mountains. built this out of sandstone. And it's a beautiful looking building. So
Wow, that'll be interesting to see.
So I'll get out there early in the morning when it's not as much wind, and I get that out there and try to quickly do it before anybody. Hey, there's somebody flying a drone. We've got enough problems up there, up in northeastern Colorado. You know.
I was watching a video where a guy was droning a memorial, nice little tower thing.
Right?
And from up above, he spotted there was a drone crashed on top of it.
Oh, boy.
Well, I think the remote ID would be useful then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have gotten a little hook on there, a little line, and gone on there. Unless it was one of those big, Inspire, that'd be kind of hard to lift off with the a Phantom 4.
Right.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to cut the hook loose. Otherwise, if you get the hook tangled up there, then you can't get your drone down.
Yeah, that's true. If that other drone is like really wedged in there good.
Uh-huh.
Or if you get the hook around something else.
Mhm. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show. It was a fun show tonight.
It was a pleasure.
So you all have a good evening. I gotta go make some dinner. I'm getting pretty hungry. So thanks everybody in the chat for coming. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. And Steve, don't forget about so
Bye.
take care, 10 Toes, Steve, and have a great evening. Bye bye.
Yeah, everybody in chat, take care.
Have fun.